of interest, the LAPD has begun a new reporting system, moving from the traditional paper, writing everything out. It's now gone to, it's supposed to be more of a doing things digitally, uploading, cutting back on paperwork and whatnot. The interesting thing with that is it's affecting the ability to track stats. The way it's like a new system, so we don't have updated numbers or anything like that. I don't have anything significant to report as far as that goes. I do know you were involved in some follow-up.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, and to be honest, that was the detectives in the regular process, which sometimes takes longer than.
No, that's great. For anybody who wasn't here last month, somebody stole our street sign on Cosmo Street within district. I actually was there to see the whole thing. They wouldn't put it back. I told them I was going to make a police report. I did, and the detective followed up, and I was able to identify. So that's what we're talking about. So be good Samaritans, and these things do work. Like you can get your citizen arrest on, or you can just file a police report. So yeah, it's a true story. So go ahead. Sorry.
The only big event we have coming up, obviously, Pride. Yeah, it involves street closures. It's like that. Obviously, heavy street closures, and but we'll have every plan for it. That's been a non-issue in the past.
And then something happened at Cello on Schrader.
Yeah, that's right.
The You Stay Hostel old site.
Oh, this Cielo Hotel?
Cielo, yeah, something happened. Yeah, maybe Cielo, not Cello.
Which,
yeah.
which day, about a week or two ago?
I don't know. Crystal said there was a fire there. Is that a thing? Is there a fire there? I know it's more fire.
I got a fire alert from that LA, the new fire alert that they came to our last meeting, found out.
Oh, from, light.
Okay, so you wouldn't really have fire there.
It's been a struggle with, because it's vacant, you have break-ins and squatting, so we've cleared it out several times, and are trying to work with the owners to get better board up, being better secured, but it's still a work in progress.
So you don't know anything about the
I don't know anything about the fire.
Got you. Probably have videos about it. What's going on with the owner? How come they don't open it?
Well, at this point now, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be expensive like we have.
I have nothing to wait my camera. It's like,
Do you know why they didn't originally open it for so long?
okay, there we go. Now it's clear.
Alright, well, that's too bad. Yeah, we just heard there was a fire there, right? That's basically all we know about it. Yeah. Is there no other stats or news in the neighborhood?
The news is the stats are being restarted.
Yeah, they're being.
Guys.
Okay. Any board questions? Was there
No. Which, is,
I heard there was like a car crash going on.
no, there haven't been any murders there.
Uh-oh, Dave's in here.
That was the downtown.
Oh.
Dave, we're engaged.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Hey,
They
with my
cleared
fiance.
up. Finally, thanks for that. The
He's gonna
encampment
kill
on
you.
Academy. Did they just move to
Funny now, you're
next
gonna
to
be
Open
watching
Shutter?
this
Is
thing.
that just all
The
it
Hells
is?
Angels. Starts coming after me.
There were, the
Look
academy
at-
only had an actual, only 2 or 3 tents. Most of that was just accumulated.
How's it going, brother?
And several people were arrested for some outstanding warrants and things like that. And that, some people may have moved, and a lot of people stayed.
Got it. So most of those guys were in jail.
Several of them.
Either sound or staples now. When you move somebody,
They just
I was at the mayoral election today, and they said that they're going to be
They've been
putting
there
up
for
the
like
Sunset
4 years.
Studios site next.
That was the intention. It was previously been scheduled. They were just postponed. So
It's postponement because they don't have any people working. You guys lost all of them.
Oh, she was saying it's coming up, but yeah, maybe there's no.
These people are so uninformed.
Any questions?
Oh, when I'm going.
Any stakeholder questions? Okay, 2 minutes? Oh, wait, Emma? Yeah, please go ahead. Yes.
Vice Mayor Officer Lang. I just want to ask, like, in general, for a noise complaint, how long does it take for RAPD to respond to just a simple noise complaint? My estimate is that it's going to take hours if they even show up. But the other day, I know it's not right here in this council district, but since you're, LAPD, I need to bring it up that over in the Hollywood United area in front of Dr. Bell, somebody was using a megaphone for a few minutes, protesting in front of, yes, it was across the street from Celebrity Center, Celebrity Center called in a noise complaint, someone making noise outside of a church, and, I use that term loosely. And, LAPD rained down, like they were armed fugitives, kidnapping somebody. Numerous officers, numerous cars swarmed in, pulling somebody out of their vehicle, pushing people who, people who are there, and, for a noise complaint. I know that's not the norm. So we are seeing the bias of Scientology in bed with LAPD. And it will happen here, that's why I'm bringing it up here. It will happen here. When Scientology calls, LAPD will run. They will go overboard. They will violate rights. They will do whatever it takes to help Scientology. And it's gotta stop. You guys are showing your bias. You're showing the corruption, and we don't want it anymore. And it's absolutely beyond the scale. And that's not how you respond to a noise complaint. And you arrested the person and took them in for a noise complaint. Not even a minute on a megaphone, or maybe a couple minutes. It's utterly ridiculous. Please cease and desist. Thank you.
Next one, yes, let's go from front and over back.
Yeah, you started talking about this digital form, which is a written form. When's that gonna go into action?
It's already in effect.
It's in effect. And is there a website that we go to?
There is online reporting, which already has been up and running, and it's LAPD.online. LAPD online, and but this is specific to officers, as opposed to when officers respond and take. Previously, you would actually fill out a piece of paper, people would sign right there. Now it's all done. Actually, you do it on your phone or like a tablet type thing.
And what about our existing reports that we filed? What's happening with those? Are those being moved to digital, or do we still deal with those the same way?
That's still, everything that was already previously done stays as it was. Everything now is transitioning to this new way of taking it. It doesn't change the investigation, the actual way it's taken. It's just how it's brought into the system.
Officer, if you don't mind, what's the best way to file a possible missing person report? Is it by computer?
No, I believe a missing persons, I don't believe that one's eligible for the online reporting. So that one, you either generate a call or people do come to the front desk to report them as well. So it just depends on the circumstances.
Okay, this is called Hollywood Division, or no?
Yeah, just north here on Wilcox.
Yeah, so you mentioned online reporting. So a battery report, would that be done online or in the field? Battery?
Would be done in the field.
Only on the field, not online, right?
All the circumstances, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, because, you should talk to Sergeant James about that. He seems to think that it's being done online. She mentioned the relationship between Scientology and the LAPD. One of the biggest problems is Officer White right here. This guy right here. This is like one of the main Scientologist defenders. He's out of this division all the time at Scientology functions. If there's a Scientology function, Officer White's going to be here. Back to the neighborhood council members, especially you and the lady in the middle. I got to tell you, we just added $110 million to the LAPD budget while we cut housing and homelessness funding by $400 million. That happened last Thursday. That's our new budget. And part of the problem is you. You want a detective to come out over a street sign being stolen. Yes, you. The fact that we are doing that, that you are that much of a Karen to demand a detective about a street sign, when there are all types of things going on, especially at Hollywood Boulevard. No, it's a statement about the police. Don't cut me off. It's a statement about the police. Don't cut me off. It is a public exactly. This is a comment. But this is public okay.
Name calling, next person.
Yeah. You're a Karen lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Breaking the law is a good thing.
No, it's not a great thing, but it doesn't require a detective. That's your priority. That's your priority. Well, she lives there, right? That's your place, shit.
for their rooftop use, that it doesn't necessarily have to be like after 10 p.m. or anything. They have to be cognizant of their noise throughout the day.
Oh, okay.
And you can feel free to direct anyone, to us, we'll work with that as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Erica, you wanna come up next for Empower Life? Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for coming over.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Erica Dowdy. I help support the Central Hollywood Neighborhood Council, as well as 7 other neighborhood councils throughout the city of Los Angeles. Before heading over to tonight's meeting, I did send the board an email with all of my announcements and updates, so I won't go too into detail onto what is on that email, but some announcements that I think is both beneficial for the public as well as for the board are a few. The first one being that the Congress of Neighborhoods event is scheduled for Saturday, September 28th. So this is a free and open to the public event that is going to be taking place at Los Angeles City Hall. It is put together by a handful of neighborhood council board members as well as community members that are interested in connecting the residents of Los Angeles to our departments, city officials, and whatnot. Every year they put on this huge event. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Daniel, but at the last event there is about 500 or over 500. Over 700. So this is a huge event that they have every year. So mark your calendars, and of course the board, they're willingly open to take any contributions. I can take questions as soon as I am done with my announcements. The second one is being that for anyone who is not a board member but a stakeholder that is on a committee, we are asking both the neighborhood council board members as well as the stakeholder committee members to complete the code of conduct training. We're asking everyone to get that done by June 3rd. If you have any questions about how do I do that training, do I need to, how do I gain access to that document, I'm here to support with that as well as the board. So hopefully they'll let me know about that. And lastly, but certainly not least, as I mentioned last time, given that we're towards the end of the fiscal year, we do have some deadlines to keep in mind. June 1st is the last date for this board to cut any checks. And so if there's any interest from organizations to submit an NPG application or whatnot, June 1st is the deadline. And then lastly, the last thing that I will share is that I want to just give everyone in the room a heads up that the board is able to ask stakeholders to leave if they find that you are being disruptive. So we'll go, we'll give 3 verbal warnings. After that
I will get my 2.
We will ask for you to leave. So I ask that we all
I
be
won't leave.
respectful and give each other the time that that is allocated to us.
Yeah, it won't
With that,
happen.
I'm happy to take any questions.
Real quick, the event at City Hall, when it's Saturday or?
It's Saturday, September 28th.
Okay, what time?
You know what, I don't have the time on the top of my head. I know that the planning committee is working through the logistics, but in the past it has
I will
been an all-day
never.
event. I wanna say from like 9 a.m. to like 3 p.m.
Was he gonna do it?
I can share additional details as they.
He's going nuts in the chat. Just F will, fuck will.
Ooh.
Dang it.
Babe, that's my girl.
It's gonna kill you.
Board training, if my committees or board doesn't finish the thing in by June 3rd, what will happen? What's the difference?
So this training is issued by the Board of Neighborhood Commissioners, and so in that document that you're assigned, there is some detailed information of what those restrictions are. For board members, if you don't have this training completed, that means you cannot vote on both, well, really on all items, funding and non-funding items. And then, if I'm not mistaken, you also don't count towards quorum. As it relates to the stakeholder committee members, there are some additional consequences to not.
She can't even
not
speak.
completing the training. I don't know for certain.
She doesn't know
so
anything.
I don't want to misspeak at this point.
This is the same training that we did last year?
It's an amended,
So same, but amended.
right.
So I gotta make sure everybody on this, I'll follow up with everybody on the board by June 2nd. Well, I guess it'd be by the next June meeting.
Right. I mean, technically, we're asking everyone to complete it by June 3rd, but wouldn't impact the boards until.
And we go, we complete it online, we got an email with.
I'm sorry, I can't hear this.
You done it? Okay, yeah.
We got an email with a link to it online.
I saw
The same thing through like the Angelino,
That's right, so for our neighborhood council board members, it's through the Cornerstone portal. For our stakeholder committee members, it's gonna be simply printing that code of conduct training, having them read and sign, and then giving it back to the board for you all to keep record of that.
Okay, okay, so Tamara, you heard that, right? I'm gonna make sure to follow with everybody, make sure we got that on email. Okay, thank you. Anything else?
I think that is all.
Any other questions? I see no hands. I see no hands. Okay, thank you so much. Are there any other
Sit down.
government representatives in attendance?
Sit down. Your whole job is useless. Just sit down.
Government representative?
Well, you know who I am, I have to be tired.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah, it's government representatives, like the city. Okay, so then that concludes this portion of the agenda. Next, we'll open up to public comment. People have up to 2 minutes of public comment on anything not on the agenda. And then we'll have a timer for it. So if you have a public comment, please raise your hand. Thank you. Please start the timer.
Hi, of course, it's gonna be related to Scientology, but, for the record here, but I'm bringing a different aspect to it. In SB4, I don't know if you're aware of that, the state, created a law where religious, institutions can, whatever property they've owned prior to, January, I believe, of 2024, they can build, any kind of housing that they want. And so now the city council is trying to do 23-172 council file, to make it where that date is endless. So my concern is that Scientology will, if this passes through the council, will be able to buy up every property they, any property they want, and turn it into high level, 6-story housing. Like, we could become the metropolis of Scientology. Like, that's how far it could go. And so it's not just Scientology, I mean, it's just only for religious-based organization. But do we as a city want any group that can just take whatever property they want and by right build all this housing? I understand we have a housing crisis, but you can see how that can become a problem. For me, it's because of the Scientology aspect. I can see them doing that. I believe they already are, if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking into it. But I'm asking you to please, as a board, consider looking into, this SB4 is the state law, and then the council district 23-172, and, because we, and ask them not to vote no. Now, this SB4 is already in law, so they can already, build, as long as they owned it prior to January, but we don't want them doing it ongoing and changing the date to indefinite. Thank you.
Thank you. Public comment on non-agenda items? Yes, sir.
Speaking of properties, ladies and gentlemen, Central Hollywood, thank you for the opportunity to speak. Just discussing how we can change graffiti and trash and littering and utilizing vacant commercial properties and benefit our communities. Across the United States, it does show that the occupied property is significantly better between the vandalism and littering. 20 to 30% is reduction in such activities compared to vacant ones. Here in Hollywood, we achieved this similar improvement in transforming empty spaces into vibrant centers and local businesses and communities, not just property buildings. Our proposed initiative aims to do it just like that. I ran for Central Hollywood Neighborhood City Council last year, just to show my dedication behind this. We got a remarkable individuals working with me, Quante Bosco Adams, author of a bestseller book called Chasing Freedom. We also have the #1 movie on Peacock right now called Bosco about prison reform bill. And Cassandra Cooper, owner of the successful movie studio. And we have education speakers as well that's along with this. This project is not only revitalizing neglected areas, but it's also to provide sustainable revenues and event workshops, ensuring long-term impact. This engaged local these events that we're planning on putting together is not just gonna shape Central Hollywood, but additionally review the streams of having art shows, music performances, film festivals, sync production courses, meditation sessions, yoga classes, sound therapy, VR experiences, partnershiping with other schools outside of the Central Hollywood. We'll actually extend our education for science as well. So I thank you guys for considering what we're trying to do, which is building the community, make it better.
20 seconds.
make it better for not just, only just ourselves, but LA period. And I feel like we should have a metropolis art, because apparently that's what we present. Thank you guys, and if y'all have any comments, actions, verbalization, pointers, let us know. This is our team right here. Thank you.
Thank you for that comment. Next, public comment, yes, sir, in the front.
Yeah, I just want to
Looks like
piggyback
Travis
off of
Scott.
what As city board members, I highly recommend that you guys take a clear look at Clearwater, Florida, and look at Scientology has done there. They've actually bought up one building after another building after another building, and the city's actually dead. There's no restaurants open, there's no activity downtown. The city is now trying to fight to get their buildings back. They're trying to either do domain, public domain back to get some of the buildings back, but Scientology is back at it again. They're doing this in every city across the United States. And I think that if you guys are really concerned about your city, you really need to take some time and investigate what this cult is doing to the city, and the relationship that they're building with the police officers is really not, it's not fair to our community. And that's why we're here. We want to have a fair community. I yield my time.
Thank you. Next public comment, yes, sir, in the back.
Yeah, I'm representing Heart Forward, and I'm not sure if this is where I should be speaking or not, but we wanted to talk about the upcoming series of movies. I know that you're talking about it later on Outreach. Specifically, I'm here with a member from the Hollywood Mental Health Clubhouse. We're very engaged with what's happening in the pilot project for Heart Forward relative to Hollywood 2.0. And what we'd like to do is get the neighborhood council engaged with what we're doing in supporting the people suffering with mental health issues. And we'd like to have you reserve like 30 slots for us for each of the showings, so we can get people at Mark Twain facility, the mental health clubhouse, Bill Zagawa, and other facilities where we have people living in our community suffering with mental illnesses.
Thanks, John. We spoke earlier today, and please also make another comment. Public comment? Yes, sir.
Yeah, getting back to what I was talking about before, we are defunding the city right now because of these guys, the LAPD. Again, they got a $110 million increase. They already get 48.4% of our discretionary budget. And we just gave them a huge increase while we cut homelessness and housing spending by $400 million. They are defunding it. And the reason why, and I'll bring it back to you, is it's not helpful when we have Karens demanding police resources being used for petty things. I know that you like citing Citizen App all the time. Let me explain how Citizen App works. Citizen App has somebody in a control room listening to police radio, and whichever call sounds salacious, they post, and there's no follow-up afterwards. It's not accurate, and even White, the corrupt White, would admit that. So when I come in here and every week you cite, well, Citizen App says, you actually look like quite a fool. That's all I'm saying for now. I'll come back for the next round. Be angry. I don't care.
Yes, sir.
She could laugh.
Public comment, there's no questions.
It's like that nervous laugh, you can tell.
Okay, any other public comment? I see no hands. There's gonna be a couple online, so we'll.
Solomon, you got anything to say?
This one says call in user. Hi, you have up to 2 minutes for public comment.
Yeah, the LA City Council today voted 14 ayes and 1 absent to confirm Marquise Harris Dawson as the next LA City Council President, starting on September 20th of this year. Paul Kakarin is termed out, so he will be stepping down on September. Just FYI, thank you.
Thank you for that public comment. Next is Rogue Artist Ensemble. For 2 minutes, please.
Yes, hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, great, hi, my name is Sean, and I'm the artistic director for Rogue Artist Ensemble. We're a nonprofit arts organization in the city, and I had emailed with Mr. Perez about a project that we're gonna be doing in the neighborhood council's district at the LGBT Center this summer. We're working on a project called Happy Fall, a queer stunt spectacular that we've been developing for over 5 years with community members from the stunt community in Hollywood. The production is a stunt show, that will be taking place and running for about 6 weeks at the center. And we're just really excited to share information about this project and hopefully partner with the neighborhood council to be able to promote the show and help raise awareness about the work we're doing. Not only are we going to be having a production, but we'll also be having a gallery exhibit that will be partners with the Natural History Museum and other
He said he's gonna call
institutions
into the meeting
to
to
bring
give his
historic
word.
archival photos of the stunt work and history of the stunts in
He didn't
Hollywood
say that,
to
but I
the
said,
community
wish he
to help
would.
complement the live theater production.
Dave, if you go back
It's going to be a really spectacular time,
He's not gonna
and
know the phone
I'm
number.
excited
That'd
to
be so
keep
fucking
sharing more
funny.
information as we get closer to the premiere this August 17th at the LGBT Center.
Thank you for that comment. Thank you. Next up is OSA, OSA. OSA, OSA, would you like to speak?
That's Office of Special Affairs, Scientology. Yeah, that's a private.
God, I didn't see Chris there.
Go on to the next.
I have a feeling.
Yeah, he walked by
Shelley,
us.
I didn't even see.
Yeah.
Good evening, council. I'm just calling because I have not received a response from LAPD. I sent a few messages regarding this. This is regarding Officer Brian White, who's there right now. Officer Brian White and I have 3 kids together, and he's behind on child support.
I'm sorry, you guys' time.
Ramona, going once. Ramona, going twice.
Oh my God.
How did you find this phone?
Ramona's not speaking. Okay, so then that concludes public comment. Thank you for all of your comments. And next up, we're gonna go into NPG and then we'll go into FLOM. So NPG, so let's FLOM, we're gonna be talking about neighborhood grant for the shower program. Sheila, would you guys stand right here so that we can point the camera for the folks online? I'd like to make a motion to support the project and give one of you a second.
I'll second.
All right, take it away.
Hi, good evening. I'm the executive director of A Million Drops, and we're a nonprofit that's been in existence since 2013. We're asking for $1,000 to go towards hiring a formerly homeless individual who's helping us with the showers over at the Hollywood Adventist Church in the Compassion Connection group. And this gentleman, we'll be paying him the $17.25 an hour, and for 60, we'll get about 60 hours for that, and that's pretty much it. If you have any questions. The shower program has been operating for the last 5 years. I'm also the president of Hollywood United Neighborhood Council, where the original planners of that particular showers code that is on that campus. And it's changed a little bit because we lost our portable shower, but we're getting a new one. So there's a few things that are happening there, but we serve about 50 to 75 individuals every day. Right now it's open Tuesday through from 9 to 3.
I'm still laughing.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sweating.
Stakeholder comments?
Nobody's against them. This is amazing.
Say you were the president of Hollywood United, because I plan on coming to your meeting in 2 weeks as well. June 10th, and you don't seem to be having planning land use ever.
We do, we have an issue. Nobody's been bringing anything up. And a couple of times it's
They
been brought up.
want me for my public comment to ask for one house number.
A lot of members on the board.
Might have to do it.
Any questions about the NPG?
Well, I support the shower, I think that's great, and can I email you probably after I
Thank
think?
you very much. Yes, sir.
I've heard of NPG, can you remind me?
A neighborhood purpose grant is funding that is, the neighborhood councils get 34,000 annually. That's a total budget, and so we have the discretion as a board to vote on different neighborhood purpose grants. They're actually non-profit organizations. And, we listen to their presentations and vote yea or nay to support our particular board, maxes out at $1,000 per NPG, and those require in-person attendance to present the project. And that is all. I mean, if you have any questions on the NPGs, that seems relevant. Okay, all right, so, any other questions or comments about this NPG?
you, hired any?
I actually have a letter of intent to the individual.
Would you like to read the letter? Let's do this one. Cause
No, I'm gonna do it, I swear to God.
I mean, we can do a little letter, so, what are we gonna do, not get them out?
I was gonna email it.
Yeah, hey, is anyone in not read the letter or just kind of move on?
Okay.
It's very short.
Okay, all right, maybe.
Send it the letter, I wanna read the letter, not read the letter. No, just send it to us.
Okay, I'll email it.
Cheers.
I'll email it to you.
That'd be awesome. Okay, we're gonna go on and you, I see no other hands online, so, finance, so, I made a motion and Zeno seconded it. Yes. Daniel?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Yes.
Yes. Senator Pomeroy? Okay, wonderful.
How come you're not eating pizza?
Because I'm spending the campaign.
Okay, great, so that concludes the review, right?
Dave, how you doing, Dave?
So then,
He's finding out because he kept saying he was getting a Hell's Angels to kill you, and then it's not. He'll be back soon. He's definitely still in here watching, he's just silent out here.
Hi, how are you? Your presentation?
Dave called me no less than like 8 times yesterday.
He was calling you, he was calling Can, he was calling Easy, he was calling everyone. He changed his Instagram picture. It's not me anymore because I asked him to please get rid of that. So after a little bit of begging, he's changed it.
To what?
Himself.
Himself?
Yeah, it's still me on Facebook and everything, but not on TikTok or not on YouTube. And are you the
Dave sent me a crazy message on Instagram, that video.
Yeah, yeah. So Dave posted a video that said, what exactly did it say?
You want me to play it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You still have it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, look at the video.
Oh, you think I'm not going to screen cap it?
I wish I had saved it. Got a great video to show you.
Someone on the west side and this one.
Dave, I don't know why you threatened me like that, buddy.
Is that the same one for Chipotle building? Is that the same Chipotle building?
Yeah.
Is the Chipotle
This
building-
is for William Goode. Do not take this from it as because you do not know who you messing with.
That's part of the.
God. I do not know who you are.
I get the craziest messages.
Were you a little
This
intimidated
is
though?
for William Goode. Do not take this from it as because you do not know who you messing with.
Why you do me like that, Dave?
Were you a little intimidated though?
A little bit. You never know.
This is for William Goode. Do not take this from it as because you do not know who you messing with.
I'm,
To be honest, I think there's more than one person with a machete in their trunk. This is for the William Goode. When I think Jessica Ponderosa, because you do not know who you're messing with. And he posted that on his Instagram, but then after Will commented on it.
he said he's going to send the Hell's Angels to come get me. I don't know what I'm messing with. I need the police right there.
Whenever you're ready. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for having us.
Uh-oh.
My name is Nancy Morfeld.
Uh-oh.
Community outreach with Neighborhood Forward.
They're about to do something in the back.
They're going to kick us out for...
Developer for the site. We're going to introduce our project on the corner of Sunset and Vine.
Yeah, you know why he's not wearing a shirt in that video?
Why?
Because you never sent him it.
Next to the historic Georgia Camera Shop, which is right here. We're proposing an urban infill project to replace the surface parking lot and the one-story retail throughout the site.
So that's the... They're talking about a project they're building on Sunset and Vine.
Project would include 170 residential units built around the existing 64 units in the tower.
So there's a glass building there. They're going to build around it. Around the old Chipotle down to where Nickelodeon used to be.
The proposed project is an 8-story mixed-use podium building consisting of over 16,000 square feet of new retail and restaurant space on the ground floor. Additionally,
provide parking, however, we are providing 284 parking spaces. Here is a site plan of the ground floor of the development site. The existing tower on the corner is to remain with community development and restaurant space throughout. This is a site plan of the podium level, which includes a pool, clubhouse, fitness center, and corridors for residents to enjoy. And residents of the existing tower have full access to these amenities through a bridge connecting the two. Alright, now I'm going to take you through some renderings of the project. This is a view from the corner of Sunset and Vine, looking on to the existing tower and new ground floor retail and restaurant space. Next slide, please. This is a view from Sunset, and you can see how there's ground floor retail and then 6 stories of residential built on top of that. This is a historic and working camera shop which exists on the site today. It is staying and it's proposed as a restaurant space.
Dave, don't threaten me. I like you, Dave.
Wait, he's in yours?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I'm just in case he's listening.
Here is the podium level with pool, club rooms, fitness centers, cabanas, places for the residents to enjoy, and as I mentioned, residents.
He kept on sending me messages and a bunch of other people accusing us of dating Jessica. And say he's gonna send the Hell's Angels after me to kill me. I'm like, what the hell? You don't have to kill me. You just have me beaten up. Don't do all that.
With the few requests, including reducing the setbacks on Leland and the interior property line, waiving building separation requirements, and increasing the floor area ratio. Additionally, we're requesting a site plan review and a master CCD to allow for alcohol sales on site. All right, so what I think is so great about this project are the many community benefits. By building new restaurant restaurants throughout the
If Zach was here, he would claim that White is here because he's being swatted.
we're also providing 34 very
100%.
affordable housing units. And by building around the existing tower, we're able to generate new housing without displacing current residents. Additionally, we're getting rid of unattractive and uninviting service parking lots and providing units within the whole site. Alright, thank you so much for having answered any questions and appreciate your time today.
So we'll start with public comment. Folks can make public comment relating to this agenda item for up to 2 minutes. After public comment, we'll go to board discussion.
Question?
Yeah, so we're gonna ask the developers not to respond to every question until all public comment has been exhausted. So why don't we start over on this side with Mike right over here.
Thanks. Just a comment, not a question. Why don't you build something unique and want like a single family dwelling, a 1-story, 4 duplex, something that people want to say, which is gonna bring 20 people from just the area. We don't want any more high density. Single family dwelling, start doing something right. That's my comment.
Thank you. You need to do hand up there.
Yes, can you tell me who the owner of the property is and the name of the developer? I'm sorry, because I missed that. And you're saying there are there's going to be 34 low income. Is there going to be any the lower? I forget how they term it, but lower. Very low income.
We'll let all the public comments, and then if you don't mind trying to remember.
We'll respond to that.
I think there was another hand up in the back.
Yeah, what type of subsidies are you guys getting for this, and especially compared to how many affordable, and you can say affordable. Affordable means a lot of things. Affordable can end up being $2,500 a month rent, $3,000 a month rent. So I'd like to know what you call affordable housing there, and what subsidies you got from the city and state.
Thank you. And then, get 2 minutes.
Yeah, are you guys doing anything LEED with the building?
Is that it? Oh, sorry.
Because I didn't see much green space there, so is this a LEED building?
Yeah, we can go over that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last call for public comment.
Yeah, what's the anticipated range of your market rate apartments?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I think I have some bright ideas for you guys that can help the community right there, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about that.
Any other public comment? Last call for public comment? All right, I appreciate you being patient with that, please.
Sure. You want us to answer these questions first before we get to you guys?
So next is response to public comment. You have an
Okay.
opportunity to respond to public comment, and then board members will ask questions, and then we'll go into our board deliberation.
Okay.
Well, I believe the first question was about the developers, and the developers, the Sarah Regis Group, they are here on their behalf today.
Yeah, there's a larger firm that actually owns the site, owns the tower and manages it right now, and the property is called Invesco, but Sarah Regis Group is the developer on this. Can you go back to the affordable breakdown there? Oh, sorry.
This one?
Yeah, so the affordable requirements on this project are 28 very low income units and 8 low income units. Those are actually set by the city. Those are set by the city and even the state. Very low, I believe, is 50% of median income. You can't make more than that, and low income is, my numbers may be a little bit off. I think low is 80% of area median income. Yeah.
Area
So
median.
we have 20% of the units are considered affordable on the project. You had asked about green building. Lead green building, yeah, so we're required to comply with the state of California and the city of LA's green building requirements, which are equivalent to LEED. And when we start building this, it's gonna be equivalent to probably gold LEED. We're also gonna be required to put solar. It's gonna be an all-electric building. Probably have to have battery backup on that. There's recycling, there's lower energy usage, appliances, everything top to bottom is gonna have to meet all those requirements.
Are you applying for LEED certification?
Sorry, the public comment period is closed, so we can't go back and forth anymore.
Yeah, so, I don't know if we're gonna apply for LEED itself because of the requirements for city. A lot of those are more stringent than LEED, and it does cost money. I mean, we're gonna be complying with it. I don't know if we're gonna actually apply for it. Yeah.
I didn't get my question answered about subsidies.
We're getting 0 subsidies from the city.
There was also a question.
From the state?
Zero from the state, 0 from the federal government.
There was also a question about the market rate units, what the price range would be.
I'm not sure what the
Oh, come
market
on.
rate is right in the immediate area, because I haven't looked at price in a while, but they'll be comparable to all of the new buildings that are along. There's a new building already, next door that's built. If we opened up, we'd be the same rents as those.
Thank you for responding to the public comment. And now I'm gonna open it up to our board members to ask questions. Cameron?
So, we have, several of these type of mixed-use residential and commercial buildings now popping up, at all the major intersections. Some of them have been here now for, 10 years. Are you, do you have any idea of what the occupancy rates are in those buildings?
If you're talking about the residential units, most of those buildings are at 95% occupied. Unless they're in lease up, unless they're newer and they're still trying to fill the building up. But as far as I know, the last numbers I looked at, Hollywood for newer apartments is like at 92, 93% occupancy on average.
Any other board members? Nye also has a question. She's one of our board members participating via Zoom. Nye, did you want to ask a question?
Yeah, hi, everybody. Just clarification, this is where the CVS, is it Blaze, European Wax, all of those, retail places are in this area, right? Or the next block up?
We're where the Tender Greens is. The Tender Greens and the Chipotle will stay. I think Fabiola's Cafe is part of the building that we're gonna be taking down. But it's at Tender Greens and Chipotle corner.
Okay, and there used to be like a CVS or Walgreens, something like that. I know that was very factory.
That's a different block.
Okay. No, my point is that, is there a possibility to bring something like that back, like to that street? Like, is for retail space, I think you guys said you're gonna have some Is there a possibility it might be like a CVS or a Walgreens or something like that?
Our retail is not configured to have a store the size and shape of a CVS or Walgreens. We're more inline retail. We're expecting mostly restaurants, food, that sort of thing.
Okay, and then how long are you, thinking it's gonna take you to get those retail spaces full?
How long
There's a
till
lot,
we get them
to have a lot of
full?
retail spaces.
Yeah, I mean, we're still a number of years away from starting construction, but as soon as we're under construction, we'll be marketing the space, and, you know, it takes a while because they have to sign a lease, then they have to design the space, and then they have to build it out, so, you know, that process can take a year and a half, but we try and start leasing while we're under construction and well before we open up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I have a few comments. This is something that we bring up to Plum all the time. One is, do you, for outreach in the residential areas, just let folks know they're within CHLC boundaries? Or a welcome package of some sort, or if it's online, just some way of alerting folks about, our neighborhood being here, meeting every month?
Yeah.
Second, thank you. The business side, would you try to make like an unofficial commitment to try to hire local within like a 1 mile radius so that congestion, traffic, parking is lessened? People could walk or bike to work at these ground floor facilities? Thank you. And the third, not least, developers of this size, we've asked if there's any way that you would consider making any sort of enterprise, nonprofit, local commitment contribution to anything, not just unofficially, to anything in the neighborhood within walking distance within the agency borders, to just arts, greenery,
Certainly.
something of that sort. I know there's an art developer fee, I believe it's like 1%. I know that goes towards it, but something else that within CHNC, again, like minority owned,
Right.
female owned, something of that nature. I don't know if there's an organization that you like, but something enterprise like.
Sure.
Small business.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Something that the neighborhood could use essentially, it's just like a really big space, we should have, with so much space that. Our intention is to garner engagement from the constituency in general, so that way we can all build strong communities and have a vibrant city and country.
As an example, Omni, who's probably a comparable development size, they actually committed to providing small square footage to an enterprise of their choice, again, minority owned or something, nonprofit, like to be in that ground floor unit. I know that's a hard ask because it's like a market rate, or contribution towards something like that. So it's an open-ended conversation, but hoping that you can invest in our communities. I'm not sure if y'all live here, but obviously the building is. So I think
Happy to have further discussion.
I think just adding on to what earlier, just while the space is being used up, allowing for some temporary uses of it by local community organizations or by some parks. Well, even if it's not a permanent use, just we've seen a lot of those spaces taking years to use up and being vacant, and that has caused a lot of problems.
And then how organizations pitch if you have the vacancies to offer.
Right.
A great example of Hollywood Youth Coalition is in that production building that's going through entitlements. That's a fantastic use of empty space because they're actually bringing food back to the nonprofits in the neighborhood.
I guess we're done with comment altogether. I guess the city council and the
We're not doing more calling people?
and supervisor.
Yeah, we've had experience with the morning building.
I wanted the calling comments.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments? Yes, sir.
We have what you need. Exactly what you, yeah.
Same.
Same thing.
He said aye.
Yeah.
Okay, well then that closes that board side, right? No one else has any comments on board? Then let's vote. So I make a motion to support the project with support for outreach in the residential. Yes, okay, one second. I'm just gonna make a comment on those three comments. I'm gonna make a motion with those three things that I said, and just kind of, and so we can kind of keep in touch on it. I'm just waiting for them to get.
Like, we support you as long as
Yeah, just to kind of keep it on record that, yeah, you said we were able to do those three things, which you benefit you as much as us, so we know already.
You can have our conditional love.
It's a community thing. Sorry, sorry, it's not my computer. You know what I can do, like maybe talk, text it on like notes, do you want me to do that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I already have it, I recorded what you said earlier.
You did?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm just gonna talk, text. I make a motion to support the project
It's never gonna end.
with outreach to the
20 seconds,
residential
please. Had enough.
to the residential portion of the project, letting them know they're within CHNC borders through a flyer or some sort of notification, right? For hiring locally in the retail section, so that we save on parking, congestion, and just environmental reasons. Literally to make some sort of contribution to an enterprise that is local within CHNC boundaries, specifically in like minority-owned or woman-owned small business, whether that be pre or post construction, meaning while you're building, you have vacancies, you reach out to a nonprofit to utilize that space, or post, you offer something that's below market rent to offer to a local nonprofit or enterprise-based B Corp type organization that benefits our community. The first one was to provide outreach to the residential portion of the project, that they are within CHNC boundaries. Second is to hire locally at the retail components, if at all possible. Not a requirement, but a try. Just try.
It's so
Urban
boring.
action type of thing. Like if this person lives in Figueroa Valley,
That's
this person
Karen.
lives on Wilcox and
I think we need to let her know again.
I'm gonna let her know before I leave, I promise you.
workmanship. And the third one being, the most important, I think, is just some sort of contribution, monetarily or in like, in like to.
Oh, it's all
enterprise,
bullshit what she's talking about.
nonprofit,
Jesus.
B Corp, in the minority or woman.
She's just talking shit.
Handicap.
This is just the beginning of her speech, so she can let everybody know about the missing sign again. She's getting to that.
Thank you. Okay, and if anybody's not opposed to those three hopes, then we'll vote. Is anybody opposed to the motion? Does anybody abstain? Okay, then we'll write a letter of support for you. If you could please just reach out to Shawnee, she will write it and we'll sign it, and then you can put it into the case file. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate your.
If there's nothing any more substantial than this, I'm out of here.
So that concludes that, so, next we're talking about movie night, because, Sean and the clubhouse are gonna be kind of talking to us about this, so Daniel, take it away. It's great for everyone to know about this too.
Yeah, so the Central Hollywood Neighborhood Council is, having our annual movie night screenings again, and this year it's going to be bigger and better than ever.
No one cares.
We're gonna be doing 6 screenings. The first is gonna be in just a couple of weeks at the Egyptian Theater.
How does this benefit Hollywood?
Pre-release screening for us.
Let him know.
On June 11th
Can't hear
at
you.
7. And then you can see the dates of the others on the screen, but all of the screenings will be free, including the ones at the El Capitan, the Los Angeles LGBT Center, and the Egyptian, which is incredible. Happy to be partnering and providing some family fun community programming this summer. The only ask is that you RSVP because the venues do have capacity limits. So you'll be able to see on our website, on our social media accounts, the QR code, or you can just go on chnc.org and RSVP. But yeah, just let us know how many of your party will be coming, so that we can eventually start a wait list. I just say RSVP soon because they're already starting to fill up. I would like to talk about staffing, but I'm happy to give the floor over to John. John, would you mind talking to us about how we can support our community partners?
Yeah, one of the things we're trying to do with.
Hey Dave, I'm going to movie night with her.
Uh-oh, baby.
Then people on Zoom can also hear you. Good timing.
This is when you pick up and say, I'm so important right now, like, so important, just please call me another time.
Sorry, it's right there. In front
trying to provide programs that are very similar to what's happening in a little small village in Italy called Trieste. Where basically they're trying to have an entire community support people that are suffering with severe mental illness. And what ended up happening is we helped the LA County Department of Mental Health submit a proposal to the state to do a pilot project for 5 years. And they received funding for that. And we have a number of facilities around Los Angeles specifically for either permanent supportive, interim supportive, acute care for people suffering with severe mental illness. And one of the things we've been trying to do is provide kind of some normalcy to people that are residents of these various facilities. And so when I saw the movie nights come out, I thought, oh, this is great. We'll get a group of people to get together to go to movie night. And one of the things that we do through Clubhouse is we try to develop initiatives where basically the members actually drive the process. So this afternoon, we actually had a couple members call LBN and say, hey, this is what we're doing. We'd like to see if you can support us. They'll actually get involved in doing kind of an online sign-up sheet so that, again, they're learning the computer aspect so they can do the online sheet. We can watch for which movies we actually have interest. Then they actually have to try to figure out how the logistics of getting people there. Again, it's going to be member-driven so that, again, it's kind of letting them run their show if they want to. And so it would really be helpful for us if you could reserve 30 seats for us at each of the movies. That would be fantastic.
Please do.
And that'll help us pull together multiple facilities.
Great job, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, please. What happened to that funding? It was funded in 2018, correct?
Actually,
Trust Day, right?
Trust Day?
Yeah.
No, we're actually going to start the third fiscal year in July of this year. So
But
we
it was-
go back 2022. What ended up happening is COVID.
I remember we got funded and COVID happened.
And we couldn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah. So we actually have a pop-up clubhouse.
No, I appreciate this conversation, this is why we love our meetings.
We'll do
You
it
guys
outside.
mind offlining on that one?
Oh man, this is probably the best part of the meeting. What are you talking about? You know what? Let's listen to you talk about your street sign being removed for 30 minutes. Man, you guys should have your own meeting. You guys have the better stuff to talk about. These guys, they're trying to took 20 minutes to come up with a statement. Good for you guys.
So, we learned when we last did this that we need a little bit more, not can attest to this, we need a little bit more people power with helping these. So, I think we have 4 board members and each of these screenings will be covered. So I want to go down and put people on the spot and ask
warning number 2.
which of the screenings you're able to attend.
I'm gonna give her a warning.
Please do.
We need people power to be able to help. So, does anyone want to start by? Oh, sorry, I put them on the screen and I realized you can't even see them. So the first one is on June 11th. If people are able to look at their calendars and see June 11th at the Egyptian.
I mean, I'm gonna come to the plan.
Okay, so let me put it over here. So setup is at 5. Which movie's that? So we show up at 5 and the movie starts at 7.
They had to stop them talking so they could talk about this. This was a priority.
Yes, because there's 3 up at the end.
Wait, I gotta sing it.
Let me put camera down.
Hey, you guys leaving? I just want to say what's up to you guys because you guys are doing great work. What's your name?
John.
John. Great work.
Tim.
William.
I'm doing crypto for a cause. So I have a site called Plush. Get on there. You know the whole Met Gala stuff and all of that. So basically, we're taking money in your own hands. And one of these projects is something we're looking to do because it's not about keep funding things. It's funding things once. They keep going. And they keep going from feeding. So I would love to get with you about developing a crypto coin where 99% goes to that, but 1% just stays for operational purposes,
That's awesome.
for marketing purposes. So every transaction they do.
I know you from the farmer's market, right? Yeah. For like 20 years. He's a staple of Hollywood.
I already got the Plush crypto coin.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
And what are you guys' organization? I just want to get back to the meeting. Heart
Forward LA.
Heart Forward.
Aerospace LLC.
All right. How do I connect with you guys?
Do this right here. We're gonna try and change numbers. That's how we do that. We're gonna switch them around. You put yours in. I'll put mine in yours. And then I can put mine in yours too.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, I'm with the same. So it's,
Okay. Oh, we're the same same family. Oh, okay.
Heart Forward, right?
like I only work for.
What's your name, sir?
William.
William. Oh, what's your business?
Yeah.
I'm a cop watcher. Film the Police LA.
Oh, I need you over.
I come after
They used
these
to call
guys.
me Avenger here.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I love the work you guys are doing, man. That shit is good.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'm gonna need you.
Right. I got your back.
Thank you.
Somewhere else. Are you allowed to volunteer for you?
That'd be great, yeah. Would you like to help out?
Yeah, I can do that.
July 6th?
Yeah,
What's your name?
Spawn?
I'll chat with you after the meeting, okay? I need 200 people for July 6th.
You'll do it.
Dave.
They need
Zach will do it.
Sign them up. They need 2 more people.
Do they need an investigative journalist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might.
July 19th at the El Capitan Theater.
Something can be done outside of the meeting?
Unfortunately not, due to the Brown Act. We're not allowed to have conversations outside the meeting. Appreciate your patience. Okay.
Actually, you're allowed to have. What is he talking about? They can't have conversations about policy outside the meeting.
Set up at 5, maybe at 7.
This God, they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
Okay. I will get one more person, so hold that one. July 31st.
They asked one person if he could talk to him outside the meeting. He said he can't, which means he does not understand what the Brown Act entails.
Oh, cool.
Fucking people. Why you run for office? You don't even know basic shit.
At Hollywood Rec Center.
Oh God.
Oh, have fun. Thank you. Anyone able to help me out on August 4th? I'm sorry, August 10th?
Yeah, I can.
I'm gonna set up.
Those are swell kicks, sir. I never wear them. I got these in like multiple colors.
So, it's July 6th, we need people, because right now it's just Cameron and Juan.
Oh fuck, he's keep on talking.
They still in the movie?
July 19th. And then August 10th.
They shut down everything for this.
I'll follow up with more information. The other thing I wanted to discuss with this item
Multiple
is,
colors. I got black and red and orange and white.
and sent a newsletter out about it. If there are any organizations that you work with, like if you want to send it to the Boys and Girls Club, if you want to send it to.
We had to stop what they were talking about to listen to this guy bloviate
Right now it's
for
just
20 minutes.
How about some flyers? Do you want me?
Oh, God.
If you give me some
That's your favorite.
Sunshine, yeah, you know, I like him and all, but they don't like him. All of them on there do not like him. Like that girl, I can't stand her, Karen. You notice Karen's always on her cell phone. She's never even actually doing anything. She's just there doing that. She's probably on Citizen app, reporting something on Citizen.
Reporting a missing sign.
I've seen a lot worse at church.
Huh?
I've seen a lot worse at church.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen worse Karens inside here.
What you do is just run cops at their lunch over on Hollywood at that Korean place over there on Sunset.
Sunset what?
By the Rose. Across the street.
Sunset, yeah, by Fuller? By, there's a Korean place over there?
It's like some Korean and rice place over there.
What am I?
It's movie time.
It's movie night.
So now we're on public comment. So if you have any public
Just a reminder, I spoke about this prior, and the people who came asking for money to help put this on said that they are aware of it, that Scientology, what they do at the info center, which is within your scope here, they would go get fake movie tickets they would dress up like they work for the Egyptian, go pass out movie tickets. People, your public's thinking, oh, I'm getting a free movie, and then they found out they had to go back to the information center to see it, and then they're being, dragged in, so it's predatory. So as all you're there, I want you all to keep your eyes open and.
She's such a badass.
Because if that is
She
what
always
happens,
finds a way to tie it back.
it's continuing to happen, it needs to be stopped. Thank you.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you for talking about this.
Oh god, that guy was sleeping again.
For
He
all
just
the
woke up.
exempt areas going
He's
to be
literally me.
wheelchair and handicap accessible. And will there be signing or hard of hearing?
Great questions. All our locations are ADA accessible and all of the movies are captioned.
Okay, and then I also want to talk about the same thing LA did about the Scientology not wanting to take all the tickets and then fair gaming or safe pointing the community. So it would be nice that you watch for that.
Thank you for your comment. Next comment is Jill. Hi, Jill.
I'm Jessica Papadessa, the active whore.
That was Dave, wasn't it?
Wait, what did he say? Jessica Papadessa something a whore?
So there's no more comments on public comment.
Round of applause for that one. I'm the whore in question, everyone. That really did sound like Dave's voice there.
It did sound like Dave's.
We have
That was Dave.
booth that we're talking about.
Dave. She's not with you anymore, Dave. It did sound like Dave a little bit.
Dave, I can't picture it.
I'll deal with you.
My chat says it's definitely Dave.
Dave, is that you?
In Hollywood.
Or Big Dog.
CHNC table.
Or El Chapo.
In Hollywood before. It is so much fun and we have great swag. So tote bags, t-shirts. We usually do this wheel, you spin it, and then you get a freebie. So come visit us at the CHNC booth at Pride.
Oh, I will be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna see your booth.
11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Vendors are required to stay the duration of the event. So that's
Dave is mad.
I want to know if that was him. Can't picture him finding the number and everything.
He found your Snapchat picture.
It's gonna take all of us.
Oh, I mean, that's not that hard.
It wasn't hard?
I mean,
He put work into finding stuff about you. He could find this number.
and the name being Jill, that's my mom's name.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why the second I heard Jill, I'm like, oh, something to do with
Dave's
my
your
mom.
worst man. Dave's gonna be on your boy Tony's show.
With you locked up in the basement.
They gonna know me? Oh yeah, they gonna know me. I show up at Pride every year. I show up for Pride because the police chief is always gonna be there in the parade, and I always blow up. I never let them walk down the street feeling comfortable. And then they have council members that are gonna be there. Hugo will be there, Eunice's, and they done some dirty shit, so I'm gonna fucking curse them out in the middle of right in the middle of the parade. And you know what? Nobody's gonna say a word to me.
Besides Daniel take the lead on this one.
They're gonna be on my side.
Staffing, get organizing the work for staffing it.
There's a whole thing of no cops at Pride. A lot of them just don't want cops at Pride, period. Police chief come walking around with a, something rainbow around their neck, like pretending like they give a shit. So I bake. Every year I used to bake Chief Moore at Pride, confront him about blowing up neighborhoods, about them falsely arresting me. Actually, I'm gonna put out a video about that, me cursing around in the middle of Sunset. Was it last year?
Public comments on this agenda.
That's literally what I did.
Is he sleeping?
No?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing. All right, I just want to put on the consent calendar before you, and I don't know if I'm just gonna, say, I'd like to make a motion to, support the consent calendar as written. What's in it is the MERs from last month and the minutes from last month, which is all the supporting documents. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Yeah, seconds it? I'm gonna go down the line, just, hopefully everyone's.
Oh, God.
Well, actually, any public comments? Any comments? Any public comments? Any online comments?
Jill, Jill.
Jill, do you have a comment on the consent calendar? Or is this from before? Okay, yeah, this is the same thing. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right, we're gonna vote on the consent calendar. Sunshine? Yes. Yes, Daniel? Okay, so then that's done with. Okay, just
I don't think people realize. I don't think Jessica is in the least bit bothered by that. She thinks it's funny.
No, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, literally, she's here for you.
That was your first warning.
Homelessness item? Can you talk about it?
Two more, she said.
Yeah, I mean, I gave a brief description, but if Erica wouldn't mind.
It's the homelessness
if she-
liaison. Sure. Yeah, Erica's gonna talk about it now. Come on up.
Thank you so much, Luca.
Yeah.
So I've actually mentioned this a couple of times in the past. Our department is asking neighborhood councils to appoint, I think it's up to 4 either board members or community stakeholders who are interested in coming together with having a collaborative approach on addressing homelessness within their community. So with this, there's going to be a series of meetings that are taking place in addition to events where we'll have speakers, workshops, what exactly relating to homelessness is occurring within your community. So again, it's a collaborative approach to addressing homelessness.
It's just another layer of bullshit.
So,
It means nothing.
you can either be a board member or not even a committee member. If you're just a community member who is interested in this topic, you can be a part of this effort as well. So I sent out a couple of emails in the past with documents specifying the role of what it means to be a homelessness liaison. And in fact, our first event.
I'm a homelessness liaison. What are they talking about? Dude,
Fuck's a liaison.
who knows? Somebody.
Yeah, I have a few questions. So it's a great idea to always have, any kind of like homelessness, collaboration amongst organizations. That's part of the reason why our homelessness committee, joined with East Hollywood's homelessness committee so that we can, for that purpose. CD13 also has its homelessness committee. So in all of these, you're having representatives from different, service providers, sometimes government officials will attend and things like that, rarely. But, so I guess I'm saying, like, how would this be different? Like, do you have access to anybody in like the mayor's office or anything like that? Like, what is the incentive, when you're already a member of 4 other homelessness collaboration committees, what does this one bring? I guess is my question.
I mean, aside from it being another avenue to addressing the issue, yes, I would say that we do have contacts. I mean, I do my best and then you read those contacts here, whether it's the city office. In fact, I just sent a calendar invite to our mayor rep, David, so I'm hoping he'd be attending in the future. But, oftentimes these department staff or officials aren't able to attend the specific NC homelessness committee meetings or these general board meetings. So if we say, hey, we don't just have one NC, we have several NCs coming together in the same space, they see it as an opportunity to speak not just to one neighborhood, but to several. And so I would say that, I mean, having everyone in one space is a benefit to them. And secondly, yes, we do have those contacts that, one, we're trying to strengthen those relationships, but 2, again, the more we hear how big of an issue homelessness is throughout our neighborhoods in the city, we're hoping that is just more pressure to get something done. And so I don't have the specifics of exactly what is different. Again, we have workshops, we have meetings, we're gonna have an event, but I do know that this has been an effort that the department has put on in the past. I think it kind of fell off during the pandemic or whatnot, whether that was funding or a lack of capacity in terms of staff. But this event or this effort is kind of revamping that. So
And
And you can attend virtually?
I actually think the event tomorrow is in person. However, in that one sheeter, and whoever's interested, I can share this with you. It does say that moving forward, the events can either be in person or virtual. It just really depends on the preference of the liaisons. So there's a lot of flexibility in this.
When tomorrow?
So, it's gonna be tomorrow at City Hall. I can give you the room specifically. I don't have it on me right now, but I can check on my laptop. But if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be from 6 to 8.
Is it downtown City Hall?
That's right, yes, thank you.
With some room.
And again, whoever's interested, I know that we have it on our agenda. It's up to 4, and if you are interested and you're not on a committee or you're not on the board, please feel free to connect with the board, so that way they can have you fill out that form and then formally appoint you.
So, for this meeting tomorrow, could we just pop in and check it out, and see if we're digging the vibe?
I mean, we are asking that the board formally appoint someone, but sure, right now, given that it's the first meeting, I mean, I can understand why you just wanna check it out before having that full commitment. I would say why not? Yeah, just connect with me, so that way I can make sure to have you on that list, and, you know, of course, there's parking arrangements, so I don't want you to show up and not be able to get in, so connect with me
Okay.
if you are interested.
Okay.
Any questions about this side?
Yeah, will third parties be attending, and groups like People's Concern and other nonprofits?
Yes, the idea is aside from city departments, we are looking to reach out to, and if they haven't already done so, to nonprofits, that help address the homelessness issue.
I mean, I know this doesn't concern you, but they haven't been paid in months. They stopped taking in new homeless people. Inside Safe has come to a complete standstill because no one's been paid. So I want to try to figure out if this is just a bunch of sort of appointees and elected officials just talking amongst themselves, or are they talking to the people who are actually out there in the street doing the work?
We're gonna do our best to do that outreach to other organizations, but we also understand that, I mean, sometimes we reach out to LASA and they say, sorry, you know, I reached out to them
LASA.
to attend some of our meetings, and sometimes the response is, we don't have the capacity right now. And so, right, if you can't get it with one organization, we keep touching base with several, so that way we can get that expertise in the same meeting space.
Do you expect LASA to be there?
For tomorrow's meeting, I'm not sure if
Okay.
they're gonna be in attendance, but again, that's not to say that we're not gonna reach out to them, we will.
You guys wanna roll?
And 9?
I just wanted two things. One, for anybody who has more questions about the role, the document is linked to the agenda. And you can go in there and you can see more information about the role. And then also too, I have the address, if anybody was interested for tomorrow as well. It is 200 North Spring Street, 3rd floor, Los Angeles City Hall East, Controllers Conference Room.
Thank you, Nat. Yeah, but again,
She said, what did she say?
But again, please connect with me if you are interested in attending. We are taking these forms as RSVP. So again, if you just want to check it out, but you want to attend, let me know, so that way if you need any parking arrangements, if you need your name on that list, that's something I can help with.
And we can make sure, we'll bring it up at the homelessness committee meeting to see if we have any stakeholders that are interested in.
Excellent.
Okay, great, thank you so much. All right, so the last part of the agenda is gonna be the legislative action committee. So Diego has, one of the.
Sure.
Okay, so the.
We haven't been
discussion of
swatted.
Community impact statement relating to the LAC charter.
must be busy right now.
Can you speak up?
Yes, it's on the agenda as well. This is, legislative action for action, number 4A. It says discussion and possible action to submit a community impact statement relating to the LA City Charter Ethics Reform ballot measure. Daniel?
So I wanted to bring this to the board, as a point of, and the public, as a point of information. You can also pass a CIS on this, but, it would be after the fact. The city council has already voted on this item. So for the background, after the leak, the audio leak with council members and the LA Fed chair, there was lots of discussion about ethics reforms in City Hall. And lots of council members submitted motions, lots of public outcry ensued, and basically one of the motions that was
Oh, I'm gonna talk
voted on
about
was
this.
to draft a ballot measure for consideration in this November's election. And the Ethics Commission and other city departments weighed in on how we want to strengthen ethics at City Hall. And the recommendations from the Ethics Commission were numerous, and I
denied.
encourage folks to read the council file linked on the agenda. The city council in
A bunch of
voting
cowards.
last week passed what has been described as a much more watered down ballot measure. So I think it can be a very robust discussion if we choose to have it, but my personal feeling is disappointment that we had this opportunity to right some of the wrongs at City Hall. For example, the Ethics Commission their budget is controlled by the same people they're tasked with investigating, the City Council. So one of the recommendations was detach the Ethics Commission's budget from that review process, so they're more independent. That was not one of the adopted ballot measures. So in November, we're gonna go and vote on a number of items to strengthen ethics at City Hall. I wish they had gone much, much farther, but if as a board, we'd like to comment on that, we are able to do so. And I will say, even though the City Council passed the motion, the city attorney still has to come back with the language. The City Council passed the motion saying, City Attorney's Office, go write the ballot measure. They then have to do a final approval. So in that regard, there is still an opportunity for us to weigh in, but that's where we stand in terms of timeline.
On the topic, one of the most disappointing portions of what happened was that Kevin DeLeon remained on city council, and it was CB14, but then at injury to insult was a lame duck sitting on no committees until recent has been added back to committees because, well, tax dollars are being paid towards his salary, so of course we gotta put him to work. But ultimately, I feel like he kind of got a trump card. He kind of basically was like, yeah, no issue. So I'm questioning if this ethics commission would strengthen his removal, or a person like his
What are you talking
removal
about?
in such an instance in the future.
That wasn't on the table. One of the things that was on the table that did get recommended for the ballot measure was increasing the penalties for violations of ethics.
Yeah,
the ethics code.
to 15,000.
So penalty prior was
3 times.
$5,000 per violation. Now it's up to $15,000.
This is nothing.
Which I still think is a little.
It's a
too close.
That's nothing.
Year salary.
What did he do again?
Well, he was part of the conversation in the back door, name calling,
Oh, the racist stuff?
racist,
Gotcha.
and Gil Cedillo.
And rig CD10.
But what he did was he
Oh.
played out the long game. And he said, I'm gonna stay, and the next big thing will happen, and they'll forget about me, and unfortunately, he was right. And because till this day,
Oh,
he's
so
still there.
basically we're all mad at him because didn't speak up.
No, because.
No, he said he talked.
In the first place, they were having a private conversation about redistricting.
Yeah, redistricting
He was
CD10.
in on it. He was in on it. So what the hell? Okay.
They rigged CD10.
Eject model in city council, they basically took him off every committee to say you're unfit to serve, but they couldn't remove him. Because there's no button for that, yeah.
So could we write a community impact statement that says that we think he should be removed because we want him ethical?
There's an election this November. He's gone. I mean, he'll.
But I think it's more of like creating that mechanism.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these people don't know what they're talking about.
The not fit, and because everybody else had the decency to say, I bow down, but he was like, oh no, I'm gonna stay the course.
This is more than KDL.
During a holiday
They're talking about only about KDL.
Everyone's seen footage of that. He said my stakeholders love me and they'll vote me. And
This is about, it's a union reform, lobbying reform, come on.
I talked about this during the,
When I think the recording initially came out, we voted for him to resign.
we did vote for him to resign,
I
but
believe so.
we're not CD14, so.
I will say, just before we go to public comment, if that's okay, organized labor came out very strongly opposed to these new
Yes.
package reforms.
Yes.
And I'm really upset
Yep.
that our council member,
Hugo.
was the ones who voted
Yep.
to water down these ethics
Yep.
reform. I understand the representative couldn't be here because it's a holiday, but if they were here, I would ask them, why are you voting for this?
Same reason he voted against Jamie York.
Don't we want more ethics?
Yeah, so.
I mean,
Not him, not Hugo.
And I'm harassing.
Any other board comments before we go to stakeholders? Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes, yeah, I was wanted to bring up Jamie York and how
Yes.
they rejected her and rejected, the ethics commission. But mind you, we heard today how you guys, you have to sign a code of conduct, take, whatever, or you're gonna be, you can't vote. So they're making sure that, that you at the nation council level have, have your TRs in, as a psychologist would say. And you have your, that was a joke, sorry. But when it comes to the higher levels, who are, the higher levels, like, they're not interested in holding themselves accountable. And so that's why, there needs to be a pushback on that. And so please, because I agree with you, I love the fact that you're sitting there saying, hey, that you're going to, address your own, council person here and say, it's not good enough, I wish I could talk to you about it, like, I love that, I salute you tonight, you got the gold star tonight. And please keep doing that, like, Jamie York should have been,
Yes.
that should not have happened, it's not okay.
Okay, let's go, Liz,
Yeah, I mean, you talked about how KDL was involved with that, saying racist stuff, but you have to understand the LA Fed conversation was about it was really a lobbying scandal, and it was about rigging CD10. You mentioned Jamie York. We talk about the city council member. Let's remember, Hugo is the one who put the wrench in the system to stop her from getting onto the ethics commission, because Hugo claimed that all that Jamie York asked for was that lobbyists of unions would not be able to give money directly to candidates. Just the lobbyists of the unions. But Hugo has been going around, and he's said this just last week in council, saying that the ethics reform would somehow require every union member to register as a lobbyist. He's a liar. I say this again, Hugo Soto Martinez is a liar. And what he did to Jamie York is disgusting. The city needs Jamie York more than ever right now in the Ethics Commission. But, as you mentioned, organized labor, LA Fed, Unite Here 11, they were the ones that insisted that Jamie York's nomination be shot down, and they're the ones that insisted that the ethics reform be killed last week. That's the unions in this town. So you need to know who the enemies are and who your friends are. And I gotta tell you, when it comes to union leadership in LA, they are not your friends if you wanna have some sort of accountability with politicians or with any of these entities. That's all I have to say. One more thing. Once again, Jamie York is the greatest. She should be on the Ethics Commission.
You were saying that they were thinking about maybe getting rid of that council member.
Kevin DeLeon.
Yeah, but I think that's what I think, that like he represents Latinos. So when he got that position, like a lot of the deputies in the jail and maybe even Foster are Latino, he kind of looked up to him. So he kind of had some leeway.
Any other public comment? Okay, so Zipporah, back to you. So is there an action item, or this is kind of like a future discussion, or?
So it's discussion and possible action, we can make a motion today, or we can come back and.
I second the motion.
There is no motion.
There's no motion.
I'm gonna second it, I'm telling you.
We need to bring it.
I'm not prepared to make a motion at this time.
If we were gonna make a motion, would it be like to write a community impact statement saying that?
I'm getting out of here, guys.
We wanna have the-
I would stronger recommendations.
Solomon, you got your bike? Where's your bike?
So we bring it back next month, if you want.
Can we say something?
I'm getting out of here.
No, I don't think it's too late. I think it's helpful that the city officials know our stance, even if it's after the motion's passed. I just can't commit to that based on capacity.
Okay. Well, it's on the table, if anybody wishes to speak on it. Okay, and then the second legislative action.
So this item is, oh, I'm sorry. not-
I'm out of here.
Oh, hi, Ned.
I'm
Oh, it's
done.
done.
Down. Hi, Ned.
Um,
Not least.
So discussion of possible action to commit CIS related to approvals for the stars on the Hollywood Walk.
You are such a badass.
Depending on
No,
your,
it's you.
quite
It's
a
you.
maybe
You
a
take
light
care.
topic, But,
Keep in touch, bro. I want to work with you.
Yeah, likewise.
All right. All right.
Cleared out the whole floor.
What's going on?
I'm gonna start creating a reality show off of you, bud.
What would I do? What did I do now?
Nothing, I'm just. You're honest, dog.
Oh yeah. That's what I do. It's my.
So what do you do?
What do I do? I mean, I do two things really. I'm a police accountability activist, and I'm a government. Yeah, I know him well. He's special, and and I also go after politicians too. I was hoping to see the council member here today, Hugo, because I was going to tear his ass up.
Which one?
Hugo Soto Martinez. Yeah, right there on the sign. Yeah, I'm gonna tear him up.
What's the end game?
What's the end game?
I see you can poke the bear. What's the end game?
Man, I couldn't even tell you. Just to do the best I can. Make as much change as possible, and then that's it.
Yeah, because when you rough them feathers like
Tearing
that,
them
they
up
have
in
to,
there. I was like, oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, no, but that one lady has spent like 20 minutes in the meeting talking about how a sign was taken from her street, and there's all this shit going on out here, and you're worried about your damn sign. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, she wants detectives on it and stuff, and that all costs us money. The average cop makes $130,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Okay.
And who are these folks?
Oh, shit.
You guys all have the cameras
Look,
going.
I get your
Are you
information. I got my project.
filmmakers?
Yeah. You want my number?
Create content?
I just ain't going.
Because it's all about community development.
Yeah, man. Listen, man.
Empowering young artists.
Yeah.
Decentralizing Hollywood. That's decentralized through crypto.
The cloud chasing is his idea.
Other foundations. So.
I assume you're online somewhere.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Cloud chaser, true cloud chaser right here.
I'll send you the website and everything on it, but I gotta figure out a tag for you.
Film the Police LA. That's what I go by. Film the Police LA.
To start the day.
Can you add yourself?
That shit was funny when his wife called talking about
I'm on everything except for Facebook. Oh, Instagram.
Okay. That threw me off.
That's what I was like.
I was like, damn, we
I'm gonna do it right now.
I was like, oh no.
Everybody was laughing at that one.
He didn't laugh. He did not find that shit funny. Cash flow? Cash flow? Okay. Just making sure I got you.
This is my nickname. When I was in the music, that was my name. Where I go, go Police.
I got you. Any help you need, let me know.
Well, I'm interested.
I like cooking these dudes, so all of them. I'm the council members, mayors, I don't care who they are.
Yeah, I'm always looking for interesting topics. And like I said, you just blazing up on it. I was like, okay, what's the deal with him? Between you and the lady in the wheelchair, I was like,
She's great.
Scientology thing. I'm like, did they
She's-
take her dick? Well, what happened?
No, she's a protester and she's watched Scientologists. Scientologists run this town, Hollywood. They own all of Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, and they don't do anything with them. They're just sitting there empty. And these are actually nice historic buildings that should be put to use. I mean, they got all these buildings that should be put to use, and they're just holding on to them. Just keeping in there because that's how they store their cash.
Nah, I related to that though. Nah, they really are predators.
They are straight up predators, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was like, we got
They-
in, we sat down, I was like,
They got you one time, didn't they? They get you in there? They got you in there.
on everything, look, they said, look, it was like, look, we got this performance. I got you. Look, I got you. Big ass castle. Nobody here. You downstairs? Right? Look, I'm like, look, I pull out my phone, I start, and then the man in all black comes out of nowhere. He like, you can't film here. Yeah, like, oh,
They got cameras in there though.
Yes, he did.
There was no audience, it was all cameras, bro. They got me too.
They get everybody.
Yo, I gave him 2 years of my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was lit though. I had the best shows I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
They audit you to determine.
Oh yeah, they did that.
I go to say, I know good one.
Yeah, they got areas.
They said I hate humans. I was like, they were lying.
They upset with me because they got no reaction when I was holding things. I'm like,
Uh-oh.
what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I gotta get home, guys. You guys take care. You take care, man. Everybody. He doesn't know Nation of Islam is tied with them. They together. Yeah, but see, the fact that they see a black man, that's how they gonna get you right there. Take care, guys. You guys want to take a ride?
Let me know about what you said before.
Yeah. And if something happens, you'll bail me out.
Yeah. What's like the time estimate? Like, you said?
Like middle of the night type shit.
Yeah, what's that mean? Your middle of the night is different than my middle of the
When you're going to sleep normally. Be safe. So, yeah. Can't say much about something I got going on tomorrow. I'm already just planning to potentially get arrested because if cops want to be dickheads. I'm not going to do anything that I deserve to get arrested for, but it is what it is. You caught missing Jane Doe 1 at La Poubelle? I thought I've had a conversation with her. I've had conversation with 2 of the Jane Does. I don't know which ones it was though. Took you to a Scientology event on a date? That's a boring ass date. They got those guys. That was funny. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go home. I think I'm gonna drop some of these attackers' names. I think I'll drop a name or 2 tonight. And, I can't get into much, but I have a feeling that cops are gonna be looking for people soon. They already got 1. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens in the next week. Damn, I'm not going to get much sleep tonight. The missing witness. Hold on. It's getting dark out here. Sunglasses are not working. Tear my head. What's going on? Did we fall? Nah, I had to take off my sunglasses. I couldn't. It was getting dark. Anyway, actually, I am, because I got some shit to do. I really want to expose one of these fools right now. Expose one that everybody wants exposed. Everybody's been asking about. Guy who I think actually has been reaching out to me under a fake name, fishing around. Usually people will come to me, right, and they'll feed a little bit of information and stuff. This person didn't feed any information. They're just trying to ask me questions. Who the fuck are you? Asking me about individual attackers at UCLA. And then they're like, well, I wasn't there that night, but I'm just trying to, yeah, you were there. It was probably you, wasn't it? Begins with an S. First name begins with an S. I'm gonna drop one tonight. The worst one. The one everybody wants to talk about, red bandana. Let's go talk about him. He shows my video from the other night. What video from the other night did I do? Scientology video from the other night? What did I do? I did. Oh, was that when DOA got arrested? I caught a missing witness at La Poubelle. What do you mean? What's that mean? Will it be on this channel? What, when I expose them? Initially, it'll be on... it's eventually going to make it on there. I got to do better about that. I should be putting all these fools... I've been exposing them on Twitter and letting it just happen it that way. But no, I'll post more on YouTube. I also have a long video. It's already... I'm just waiting for it to go through moderation right now. On... honestly, one of the ladies who really caused that chaos, the chaos at UCLA was caused by really two events. One was this college kid who walked around claiming that Jewish kids were being prevented from going on campus. It was just an absolute lie. He was just lying. And the second one was they claimed that a woman got beaten up on the ground, and that was an absolute lie. And I'm doing a video about the woman and her mom. I talked about her on Twitter a little bit, but doing a longer video. Or I did a longer video, I'm just waiting for it. Matter of fact, let's see if it went through moderation. I'll post it right now, I don't care. Nope. All right, I'm about to get off, guys. It's gonna be busy for the next day, and I would imagine, I don't know how y'all feel about doing a live stream in the middle of the night, but when I say the middle of the night. Anyway.